Dr. Barry Stein, hello, how are you?
Okay, yourself.
Dr. Stein, have you seen an increase in child hospitalizations in Manhattan, in New York?
Yes. According to the latest statistics, we've had a fourfold surge in the last week of kids being hospitalized, predominantly in New York City and the metropolitan area.
And it's mostly children who have not been vaccinated, right?
So of the half of the admissions were kids under 5 years of age, none of whom are vaccinated. In the kids between 5 and 11, also none of those were vaccinated, even though it is available at that age group. And in the kids 12 to 17, only 7 out of the 30 admissions were fully vaccinated.
Dr. Stein, have you taken care of the children with COVID lately yourself?
Every day. So, yeah, we've seen we've never been as busy as the last week and a half in our office. So.
Wow. How can you explain that?
So I think it seems that this Omicron is way more contagious. I think people have up to now sort of given up being very careful, a lot of them. There's been a lot of office parties, a lot of Christmas parties. People are they've let their guard down from where we were, earlier this year, sort of said, we've had it kind of thing. And so I think that between that plus cold weather, people going indoors, not being able to entertain outside anymore, plus this the infectiousness of this Omicron, it's really been a perfect storm.
What can we learn in Israel from your experience in New York?
So I think you in Israel have always been ahead of us in terms of management of COVID in the community. I think that, again, what the data shows is that the key to really, we can't really control it completely because people are people and they're not necessarily going to do or be able to do what it takes to prevent all kinds of spread. But I think it's very clear that people, once vaccines are available, the people who get them do much better with this illness and not get particularly sick as opposed to the people who are unvaccinated.
In Israel, only 1 in 6 children received the vaccine. Is this a mistake?
I think we have the same problem. Parents with the younger kids, the 5 to 11-year-olds, many of them are reluctant to get vaccinated. They're concerned that we haven't got enough data. It hasn't been around long enough. It may be unsafe. But we strongly encourage people, and I would say in our practice, we're at about, and we actually do vaccination ourselves as well of the kids, which I think gives the parents another level of feeling secure when it's their physician who's doing it. But so we have a very high vaccine rate. Also within the private schools in New York, almost all of them have a vaccine mandate, even 5 to 11-year-olds. So those kids are getting vaccinated. In the public school system, where there is no vaccine mandate for the younger kids, it's a much vaccine rate, and we see the consequences with the kids who get hospitalized.
Dr. Barry Stein, thank you very much.
Alo davar. Anytime.